ethics can be a make or break in your UPSC examination. क्योंकि why? Because it is one paper जिसमें you have to study just one subject. If you have conceptual clarity, if you have made templates, frameworks, then the paper can be a cakewalk for you. उन themes को लेके हम अपने keywords, templates, value addition content prepare करते हैं. We have identified one of the themes in ethics is dimensions of ethics, applied ethics, ethical concerns, dilemmas, which will be applied in the case studies. What all terms related to environmental ethics we had studied, which we can use in this case study to make it very value loaded. Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to DIS Hub and this very interesting session as well as very important session on most probable case studies for UPSC Mains 2025. Like we talked in our previous video, ethics can be a make or break in your UPSC examination. Kyunki, why? Because it is one paper जिसमें you have to study just one subject. If you have conceptual clarity, if you have made templates, frameworks, then the paper can be a cakewalk for you. And we have also been having several sessions in QEP on ethics ke acronyms, templates. We have identified themes in ethics. Along with that, we are also coming up with a themes in ethics batch for 2026. But the topic for today will be most probable case studies for ethics UPSC examination mains 2025. Acha, when we say most probable topics in such an uncertain and unpredictable exam like UPSC, कुछ तो साइंस होगा उसके पीछे. We won't be just talking in the air. Definitely, we have done extensive research. What are the areas of research? First of all, we have seen what are the themes in applied ethics, जो कि हमारे syllabus में explicitly mentioned नहीं है, but we have researched across domains, across practical areas, and arrived at the themes in applied ethics and areas, domains of applied ethics. For example, medical ethics, ethics in sports, animal rights ethics, environmental ethics, technology ethics, and so on. उसके बाद में we went back to our main reference point, which is UPSC previous year questions. Previous year questions में we have seen कि UPSC के favorite topics क्या हैं? What are the topics that are most relevant for a civil servant when you become one? We have identified, we have segregated 10 years previous year questions into those particular topics. So that file we will try to attach in the description box below. You can have access to it and the QEP students can access it through their portal. अब identifying themes in applied ethics, क्या चल रहा है current affairs में क्या क्या ethical dilemmas and concerns चल रहे हैं, contemporary ethical issues. And then previous year questions से UPSC की favorite topics. इन दोनों का overlap is what we have done to arrive at the most probable case studies for UPSC Mains 2025. So we will go step by step. जैसे हमने बात किया, first we will see कि applied ethics में themes क्या क्या होते हैं. Then we will see what are the most asked themes in UPSC previous year questions. And then we will get on to the most probable case studies for UPSC Mains 2025. Let's get started. At IS Hub, we do a eye-opening breakdown of syllabus and we arrive at themes. उन themes को लेके हम अपने keywords, templates, value addition content prepare करते हैं, which you can directly apply in the examination hall. And that is how we enable you to put your content and theory into practice and implementation in the examination and which leads to marks. Okay? So we have identified one of the themes in ethics is dimensions of ethics, applied ethics, ethical concerns, dilemmas, which will be applied in the case studies. अच्छा, case studies के applied ethics के topics कौन से हैं? So here is it. Ethics in private public relationships, government में, corporate governance में, international relations and funding, this syllabus topic directly comes into case study topic, and almost every year there is one question either from international relations and funding or from national security and ethics. So there would be another would be national security issues, ethics in national security issues. Next would be technology ethics. Last year we had a case study from technology plus environmental ethics, right? कि आपका because of AI there are data centers and thereby the emissions are more. So what would you do in this situation? Next is medical ethics or bioethics and or bioethics. Next is environmental ethics. Ethics in disaster management. Again, every year there is a question on disaster management. Either it would be of a rescue and rehabilitation after a disaster, or it could be in case of a preventive thing. But every year there is a question on disaster management. Again, a favorite topic of UPSC, like project management. Then feminist ethics. So it can be asked about women. It can be asked about women work-life balance, or it can be asked about mixing women and some separate issue. For example, women and corporate governance, which is sexual harassment at workplace. Why do women remain silent? What you can do as an administrator or as the CEO of the company or as a senior manager of the company, right? Next we can see 2-3 topics जो अभी तक पूछे नहीं गए, but they can be asked. So we will prepare some terms on these. Ethics in politics, there has been a 10-marker question but not a case study yet. So we will try to prepare a case study जिसमें कि you are a politician and a minister and you have to think from the minister's perspective also. Next is sports ethics and animal rights ethics. अच्छा, case study में what does it means that you have to be in a certain role. So we have identified क्या roles में आपको put करते हैं in the case study, which is that of a district magistrate, superintendent of police, SP. It can be of a managing director in a PSU. It can be CEO of a company, district medical officer, district education officer. Then you can be just a general manager or an employee, and you can also be the leader of a NGO or civil society leader. So we have seen कि क्या topics हैं जिनके across क्या sectors हैं जिनके across ethical issues होते हैं which are being asked in UPSC or may be asked in UPSC, and then उन sectors में what all roles you can assume. उसके लिए also in the QEP classes we read about what can be the roles and responsibilities of DM or SP or a CMD or a civil society leader, right? Not only roles and responsibilities, what are your powers? For example, DM is empowered to put to order for curfew under section 144 of IPC, former IPC. अभी भारतीय न्याय संहिता में कौन सा सेक्शन है आप देख लीजिएगा. And then, but DM himself cannot enforce the curfew. He will need to coordinate with the SP to coordinate the curfew. Similarly, SP will have certain limitations. He has to remain within the rule of law, within the rule book. He cannot order. He will have to wait for executive orders of DM or above. He cannot order himself any riot control measures. Right? So it is important that you understand what are the roles, responsibilities, then what are the powers as well as limitations. है ना? ऐसा नहीं है कि आप DM और SP बन गए हो तो अभी आप भगवान हो गए हो. ऐसा नहीं है ना? There are certain limitations also to your role. So that we saw and we will apply in the case studies. ये हो गया पहला चीज. Second चीज हम जाएंगे, we will go to case studies. Right? We analyzed previous 10-year questions and उसमें से जो previous 5-year questions हैं उनको we have segregated that what are UPSC's favorite topics. So what are UPSC's favorite topics? First is technology, media, social media. Technology, as we talked about AI, about cyber security, these are trending topics. 2023 पे a question was asked on this. Next, medical ethics. We see a question in 2024 on medical ethics. We have two questions in 2024. So one is purely on medical ethics. Medical ethics के हम लोग कुछ keywords prepare किए थे हमने, like beneficence, non-maleficence, Hippocratic oath, which is do not harm. Non-maleficence means do not think wrong. Beneficence means do benefit. Non-maleficence means do not harm. Then there is medical triage in the areas, in the situation where you have to distribute limited resources. For example, during COVID-19, remdesivir was in shortage. Now you have to distribute that among districts, among different age groups. So there medical triage comes into picture. So these are some common ethical concerns and areas of medical ethics that we can prepare, right? हमने देख लिया कि यूपीएससी में ये क्वेश्चन आ रहा है, बार बार आ रहा है, 2024 में 2 बार आया है, एंड तो वी कैन डेफिनेटली प्रिपेयर सो दैट जो भी हम आंसर लिख रहे हैं एग्जाम में, डेफिनेटली वील अप्लाई आवर माइंड, बट वी हैव वैल्यू लोडेड कंटेंट टू पुट इट देयर. सो द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन आया है, दैट इज combining two applied ethics areas, medical and technology, right? So on one hand, you are a pharma research scientist, then you also have to deal with data. So the question is on data ethics and drug ethics. 2021 भी आया है, ठीक है. And next important area is environmental ethics. So the main theme is environment versus development debate. We see in the contemporary cases also. For example, Great Nicobar project. So you have to balance between maintaining the environment and also we have our development imperatives. This is a very important topic. So again, UPSC tried to mix two themes. Environment के साथ में technology लगा के, दोनों को merge करके they will make a complex case study. So if you have good content on both, you can recreate in your answer, give justifications for it, and finish your case studies in time. Next, see 2024, maybe we have 2 case studies again on environment, right? Next up, we have applied ethics in the private sector. So UPSC will make you leader in a private sector, in a bank, or a CEO of a company, or a research scientist, and they will ask you what will be your course of action and what will be the ethical concerns, what will be your stance. As we talked in the QEP class, ethicality, legality, profitability. Whenever we are saying private sector, then profitability is a very important factor. So private sector, 2023, 2022, we have projects in hand, what to do, right? Acha, when you analyze the previous year questions, you will also see there are different types of questions. In some questions, there are 4 sub-questions, and in some, there are 3 or 2 sub-questions. So when we solve case studies, हम क्या करते थे रीडिंग में, that we will firstly scan through the case study जल्दी से and then see the number of questions that are there and then again read the case study. Quickly go through the questions. जैसे we used to do in English comprehension also, कि comprehension पे एक नजर डाला and then read the questions and then you go back to reading the case study. All this has to be done within a time of 1 minute because you don't have more than that in the examination. So within 1 minute एक बार स्कैन करिए कि कौन सा सब टॉपिक है, क्या ये मेडिकल एथिक्स का है या फिर ये टेक्नोलॉजी एथिक्स का है या फिर ये मिक्स ऑफ मेडिकल एंड टेक्नोलॉजी का है, क्या ये पब्लिक सेक्टर की केस स्टडी है, क्या ये प्राइवेट सेक्टर की केस स्टडी है या फिर ये प्राइवेट प्लस एनवायरमेंटल एथिक्स की है या फिर ये पब्लिक प्लस डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट की है, राइट? सो क्विकली आइडेंटिफाई द केस स्टडी एंड देन सी द क्वेश्चंस दैट आर आस्क्ड, देन गो बैक टू द केस स्टडी एंड देन आइडेंटिफाई द स्टेक होल्डर्स. So in our classes, in the QEP classes, as well as in our upcoming batch, we will have 4 dedicated sessions on previous year questions solving of case studies. Usme we will solve the case studies in the class, in the time limit, and we will see how we can really complete the case studies within time. हम लोग उसमें एक एक माइक्रो एस्पेक्ट की बात करेंगे कि अच्छा ठीक है 1 मिनट में रीडिंग कर लिया, फटाफट कैसे स्टेक होल्डर्स आइडेंटिफाई करने हैं, स्टेक होल्डर्स आइडेंटिफाई करने के बाद में फिर हमको एथिकल कंसर्न्स, सो व्हाट कैन बी, वी विल टॉक अबाउट सम एक्रोनिम्स फॉर जनरेटिंग पॉइंट्स. You will have an acronym which will cover almost all dimensions of ethics. उस acronym से you can generate points in the examination. Then you will have an acronym for justifications. अच्छा ठीक है, this is my option. I can think of merits, demerits via this template. So this is how we will approach case studies. That stakeholders identification, ethical concerns, dilemmas, dimensions identification, then options लिखे फटाफट, merits, demerits, pros and cons लिखे, course of action को कैसे और value loaded बनाना है, course of action should not be like a GS answer, उसको कैसे हमको ethical angle उसमें दिखाना है, that we can see. Then we are also seeing certain intros and conclusions. For example, in ये आपका environmental ethics case studies, I would write in the conclusion, Prakriti Rakshati Rakshita. Nature protects if she is protected. I repeat, Prakriti Rakshati Rakshita. Nature protects if she is protected. And thereby, my course of action will take into account the protection of nature, sustainable development, and so on. Right, nice, right? So we are preparing several such ready-made conclusions and ways of introduction also. Otherwise, एक case study को लेके आप 30 minutes भी बैठ सकते हैं. But if you have this kind of preparation in advance, along with identification कि क्या-क्या areas हैं, उसके लिए कुछ terms prepare कर लिए हैं हमने, and then we will also see the most probable case studies which can come in the examination. So your time will get saved, and जो मेनली कंप्लेन रहता है एथिक्स में कि पेपर पूरा नहीं हो रहा है, यू विल गेट सेव्ड बाय दैट. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक अप्लाइड एथिक्स इन प्राइवेट सेक्टर हो गया. ऑलमोस्ट एवरी ईयर वन क्वेश्चन इज देयर फ्रॉम द प्राइवेट सेक्टर एथिक्स. देन नेक्स्ट topic will be public sector ethics. So public sector mein what you have to show is, you have to show integrity, you have to show courage of conviction to stand up to your political bosses or superiors. And then there was one particular case study on work life balance also. ठीक है, because अगर work life balance नहीं है तो फिर आप ऑफिस में भी अच्छे से परफॉर्म उतना नहीं कर पाएंगे. And ethics is not just about work, it's not just about your professional life as a civil servant, it is about you understanding the broader meaning of a happy life. Then you can initiate standard operating procedures, SOPs, for long-term systemic changes. As a DM, आपका ये नहीं है कि जब तक मेरा पोस्टिंग है यहाँ पे 1-1.5 साल, उतने टाइम का ये जो भी है करता हूँ, and then मेरा काम बनता, बाहर में जाए जनता, मैं चलता हूँ यहाँ से, है ना. आप ये नहीं कर सकते. So what you can do is you can record your observations, do file notings, you can create systemic changes and SOPs. आपको कुछ issue दिखा है अपने ऑफिस में, मान लीजिए कि there is absenteeism, teacher absenteeism. So you create a standard operating procedure for monitoring of teacher attendance, right? So that even after you leave, you have a legacy and the system is reformed, right? So similarly, we can see the roles, responsibilities of SP and the good practices for SP. For example, if you're a SP, what you can do is you can maintain case diaries, you can use technology, GPS in petrol vehicles, right? And then you can initiate or you can arrange for trainings for technology for police personals. Jaise we see that cyber security cases mein even the police personnel are not well equipped. So as an SP, you can create these structural, procedural and behavior reforms in the system, right? So let's come back to where we were. We were seeing कि UPSC के favorite topics क्या है in the case studies. So we have seen, अभी तक हमने क्या topics देख लिए हैं? We have seen technology, ethics, related to AI data. We have seen medical ethics से बहुत questions आते हैं, almost one every year. Then environmental ethics. Then we saw about applied ethics in private sector. Then public sector में regarding courage, integrity. Then public sector में project management. Then we saw women related ethics, feminist ethics. And coming up, we were seeing disaster management, wherein we went back to the roles and responsibility matrix. And we are seeing that DM की responsibility ये भी होती है that he is the head of the district disaster management authority, and he also has powers, he or she also has powers under the Epidemic Diseases Act. तो disaster management का topic, disaster management में like हर 2-3 साल में एक बार क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, जैसे कि एक बार लैंडस्लाइड का आ गया, एक बार माइग्रेंट क्राइसिस का आ गया. This year we are expecting a question on heat waves and disaster management or investigation of the accidents like air accidents, right? Then feminist ethics, women related case studies, and that's it. So we have seen that what all can be the possible dimensions in applied ethics, and we have also seen what are UPSC's favorite topics with an analysis of previous year questions. Merging these two analysis along with the contemporary issues and current affairs issues in the world right now, we will see which can be the most probable case studies in 2025. So let's get on to it. Firstly, we will see the topics and then we will see each case study in detail. ठीक है? So I have identified 7 case studies, although 6 आते हैं, एक bonus. 7 case studies I have identified, which you should prepare keywords on, which you should prepare a quote on, which you can prepare, ethical dimensions and a course of action. You can think about it, you can brainstorm about it. Let's get on to it. First case study can be on US aid controversy as well as NGOs का transparency. For example, एक केस स्टडी हमने फ्रेम किया है, सैम्पल केस स्टडी, कि आप एक हेल्थ केयर एनजीओ में प्रोग्राम हेड हो, है ना, एंड दैट हेल्थ केयर एनजीओ इज प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विसेज टू ओवर 5,000 ट्रांसजेंडर पर्सन्स, राइट? जेंडर जस्टिस की बात आ गई, वल्नरेबल सेक्शन आ गया. 5,000 ट्रांसजेंडर पर्सन्स इन हैदराबाद, पुणे एंड कल्याण. क्या प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं? दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग hormonal therapy, mental health counseling, basic primary care. Then the foreign media alleged that US agency funds were used to influence the elections in India. है ना? There was this news article on US aid, right? $21 million, right? And the Indian government has denied the allegation, but the issue has sparked a global diplomatic row. In this backdrop, the funding of your NGO is put on hold. Right? At the same time, you discover that a small part of your grant was diverted without full documentation by a trustee to attend politically connected events. When you raise the issue, your board members discourage you from disclosing it, arguing that it will trigger government scrutiny, damage the donor trust, and also जो आपके 5,000 beneficiaries हैं, है ना, they will be at a disadvantage, right? So this is a kind of case study which can be made because of the US aid issue, mapping it with the syllabus topic, ethics in international relations and funding along with corporate governance. तो इसमें हम लोग questions क्या क्या देख सकते हैं? What can be the questions asked? So if you have attended the classes, you would be knowing that there are different types of case studies questions. In some case studies, there are 1 or 2 questions asked. In some case studies, there are 4 or 5 questions asked. Mainly questions are, what would you do in this situation? What are the options available to you? And what are the ethical concerns and dilemmas faced by in such a situation? And then there can be a broader overview of the sector. For example, यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे 5 क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं. मेजर स्टेकहोल्डर्स को आइडेंटिफाई करिए, उनके इंटरेस्ट कहाँ पे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो रहे हैं वो आइडेंटिफाई करिए. देन व्हाट आर द ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल टू यू, व्हाट आर द प्रोज एंड कॉन्स ऑफ ईच ऑप्शन, मेरिट्स एंड डीमेरिट्स ऑफ ईच ऑप्शन, व्हाट विल बी अ कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन. ठीक है, इतना सब लिखने के बाद में दे कैन आस्क व्हाट आर द कोर एथिकल इश्यूज इन civil society leadership, and corporate governance when dealing with such issues. So these type of questions are something where you can have prepared points, jo ki you can save time in the exam and directly write value points. And then another question which can come out of this will be, what are the ethical concerns involved in using ethical funding for national development? ठीक है. Coming to the second most probable case study for UPSC Mains 2025. This is mixing and merging the UPSC favorite topic of construction along with the environmental versus developmental debate, right? So this is one thing which I thought that it can come. Now we have to merge it with one of the syllabus topics. So is last year budget mein there was great focus on green energy, right? And there was a breakthrough announcement that even the nuclear energy sector, which was till now, which was a closed and strategic sector, will be opened up, because nuclear energy is the way forward to fulfill India's net zero goals. Thereby, a target was kept for 100 gigawatts of nuclear energy by 2047. So we can have a case study on that, which puts you as the project manager and then underlines the importance of national target of 100 gigawatts of nuclear energy by 2047, and hereby it also brings forward the environment versus development debate. So the case study can be something like, government has committed to achieving 100 gigawatts of nuclear energy by The government has committed to achieving 100 gigawatts of nuclear energy by 2047 as part of India's clean energy roadmap. Now, what is your role? Your role is of a general manager at NPCIL. You are overseeing the construction of a small modular reactor in a coastal district. In principle approval हो गया है, but condition क्या है? Land acquisition. Land acquire करना है, environment CRZ clearances चाहिए, environmental impact assessment चाहिए, and most important is you are a public servant, right? As a government employee, you are a public servant. You need public consent. You need the local consent. That is the most important. Okay. You have begun the non-invasive preparatory work, fencing, soil surveys, road design, DPR, feasibility studies. You have started, but land acquisition is facing resistance from local communities. ऐसे case studies आते हैं exam में, है ना? It is linking a national goal to a certain issue that you are facing of a construction. So while you are making a project, you are not only responsible to your management or to the shareholders, you are also responsible to the stakeholders. यहाँ पे stakeholders are the local communities. One of the stakeholder is also the environment, right? So you have to take care of all of that. Okay. Next, they can say that now there is local resistance, there is national goal that you have in mind, you are at an important position. Now you also have pressure from your higher authorities कि जल्दी करो. Bosses तो हमेशा यही बोलते हैं ना, जल्दी करो, to speed up the construction as the delays may increase cost. We say na, time and cost overruns. So there can be time overruns which can lead to increase in cost. Further, जो आपके प्रोजेक्ट स्टाफ है और लाइजन ऑफिसर्स हैं, वो प्रेशर कर रहे हैं टू स्पीड अप अप्रूवल्स बाय मैनेजिंग कंसल्टेंट्स. इट कैन बी समथिंग लाइक दैट कि आप इनको गेट कंसल्टेंट्स, गेट एक्सपर्ट्स who will write what you want, who will give advice, who will be experts, but they can be managed, right? Skipping some site specific surveys, skip kar do kuch surveys, submit kar do generic impact assessments. They argue that similar clearances have gone through before using template reports, है ना, and any delay will risk losing international technology partners, है ना, and central funding milestones. So this is the entire case study. Right? Now you think about it. What are the ethical concerns in it? है ना? So there can be different types of questions. जैसे हमने पहले देखा था, the questions can start with identify the stakeholders. What are the ethical concerns, dilemmas? What are the options available? What will you do? But all questions can be a bit on the different side. It can be what ethical responsibilities do you have while managing a construction project that affects environment as well as local communities for generations. You know, a nuclear power plant can be a 300 to 500 year project. So it is not just about one generation. If you are taking a decision today, if you are allocating a land today, it can affect your future generations. It can be about 5 future generations also, right? So what ethical responsibilities do you have? And as the project head, how would you respond to internal pressure to manage consultants, right? Isme you can talk about your responsibility as a leader. There was a Harvard Business Review ka article which talked about why ethical people are making unethical choices, right? So उसमें लिखा था that the managers have an extra responsibility to set a ethical tone in your team, right? जैसे कि आप जो भी काम कर रहे हैं, जो भी आप डिसीजन ले रहे हैं, उसमें not only it should be ethical, but it should also be seen as ethical, right? जैसे we say in justice should not only be done, but it should be seen to be done, right? So thereby you have additional responsibility to lead by example if you are the project head. तो ये सब जो आपका internal pressures आ रहा है ना, how will you do it? So here what you can do is you can increase the transparency. First of all, you will not fall into this temptation. Then you have to convince your staff via smell test कि भाई smell test बोलते हैं कि अगर ये बात लीक हो गई या फिर किसी को पता लगी तो how will it sound? Or we can also see demonstrative effect कि if I do it today, it will set a negative demonstrative effect for later. For example, जो यहाँ पे बोला गया है कि they argue that similar clearances have gone through before. So that's a negative demonstrative effect. What you can do as a project head is you can set a positive demonstrative effect, right? Then you can also use keywords like domino effect, you know, कि it will, if you are not doing it properly, if you are not doing the environmental tests and impact assessment properly, it can have a negative domino effect. It will affect the coastal communities, then domino effect on the mangroves, on the aquifers, water aquifers in agriculture, then the livelihoods, then the whole area as a whole, state as a whole, on the economy, on the nation, on the global climate also. That is a domino effect, right? So this all you can talk about here. And then what options can you explore to reduce delays without violating laws? So here you will find the course of action. Course of action के साथ साथ में on this side you can keep on writing what is your thought process. क्या आपका rationale क्या है? मान लीजिए आप इसमें course of action कर रहे हैं that initially you will communicate to the headquarters that proper environmental impact might take 2 years. And then you can write the rationale, right? That do it right or do not do it at all. Right? You can write the rationale that it is short-term pain but long-term gain. Right? So this can be another most probable case study in 2025, which is linking energy imperative along with the the need for protection of environment, along with the need for protection of the current generation, along with intergenerational justice. So एक बार जल्दी से let's go back to our class notes and see what all terms related to environmental ethics we had studied, which we can use in this case study to make it very value loaded, right? So this is our class notes. You know, in that case study also you can give the conclusion or intro prakriti rakshati rakshita. Nature protects if she is protected. Thereby, my course of action will be taking into account the long-term protection and sustainability of the communities, right? Here, intergenerational justice is what we can write. Next, we can write equity. Can we write common but differentiated responsibility? Here, we can write, in our course of action, we can say that we will seek special assistance, technology assistance from developed nations. You can write in the suggestions that you can give to the higher management that we can seek technology assistance from nations which already have a developed nuclear energy ecosystem. And therein comes in the principle of common but differentiated responsibility. We can say precautionary principle. We can talk about polluters free principle, यहाँ पे वो नहीं होगा. We can talk about deontological ethics. I will uphold environmental rule of law. We can talk about climate justice here, right? Protection of rights of the local communities as well as climate justice. And we can talk about Paraspragah Jivanam, live and let live. Okay. So this kind of, when I was saying we will prepare some keywords on each of the applied ethics topics, this is what I was talking about. थोड़े से keywords ले लीजिए. Ethics जो केस स्टडी में पूछा गया है वहां से तो आप कंटेंट उठा ही रहे हैं. जो आपका ethics का थ्योरी है that will come into handy. But if you have certain specific keywords, they can increase 1 or 2 marks in each of your case study, and that will add those 20 marks that you need for your selection. Okay, so this was our second most probable prediction of a case study for UPSC 2025. Chale, aage chale. So now the third most probable case study for UPSC mains 2025. As we had seen, social media ethics is one of the favorite topics of UPSC, and the roles and its imprint on the human lives as well as administrators is increasing, right? So, and then this year there were many current affairs controversies. In the current affairs, there were many controversies related to social media. One of them was about Ranveer Allahabadia case, right? Which faced a lot of flack. The case even went up to the court. Then there was a recent interview by an influencer of Vijay Mallya, right? So these social media figures, YouTube influencers, Instagram influencers have huge, massive following. So on one hand, they can be an asset to the government. That which is why there were National Creator Awards. The focus on creator economy is increasing now, right? Influencing is increasing. The focus on creator economy is increasing day by day. So thereby there can be a case study on this case of social media influencing and the lack of restrictions on it. So how does there is an argument for having free speech, but how to restrict free speech with such a... So there can be one case study this year on social media ethics, which will include free speech and its reasonable restrictions, how to regulate it, how to have viewer discretion, how to have value education in the kids and even among adults, so that we are able to filter out content, right? So I framed this case study on Ranveer Allahabadia case. A widely viewed YouTube series sparked a nationwide uproar when it featured a sexually suggestive joke, igniting public outrage and multiple FIRs. Supreme Court cautioned that fundamental rights are not on a platter and urged the government to draft nuanced digital content guidelines. Parliament resumed discussions. There is a stalled broadcasting bill, right? OTT regulation is an issue. OTT platforms, there's a vacuum. And crucially, we can merge the social media ethics with feminist ethics also. They can, वहाँ पे जो specific case हुआ था ना, specific case generally UPSC does not ask, but they will give a vague reference to that case, mix and merge with other trending applied ethics areas and then ask you a question. जैसे कि इसमें we can merge social media, feminist and ethics in politics. So women rights groups have also pointed out that digital content often objectifies women. Now you are the Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting. You are the Union Minister. This is something which will involve ethics in politics also. है ना, कि आपका जो इंडिविजुअल एथिक्स है that would be a bit different from your ethics in politics as a leader, as a minister, right? As Machiavelli had also said that in politics ends justify the means, or there is a dual ethics, that your ethics as a leader will be based on your duty towards public, towards the nation, and not, and on the other hand, your ethics in your individual life can be a bit different, right? So you're the Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting. You must choose among ethics codes. ये options दे रखे हैं, ethics codes. So there can be different kinds of questions, right? तो इस question में, maybe in a question they do not ask for you to tell what are the options available to you. Maybe they give you the options and then ask you something else. And ask you, they can also ask you to evaluate those options, that these are the options available to you. कि आप ethics से codes निकाल दो, rules निकाल दो, या फिर self regulation के लिए चले जाओ, है ना? While navigating structural reforms, what are the pros and cons of each of the options available to you? That can also be one of the questions. यहाँ पे they are continuing with the case study कि you yourself as an individual enjoy healthy comedy and stand for freedom of expression with viewer discretion. ठीक है? As an individual, you're enjoying those certain stand-up comedies. Obviously, there's a fine line, right, between obscenity and between a healthy adult humor. So where that line stands can be different from different people, right? So that is subjective. So thereby there can be viewer discretion, which is very important. Then you are a politician, right? So as a politician, these influencers with massive following can also be useful associates for political campaigning, public perception management, है ना? विजय माल्या ने आके दिया ना interview for public perception management. So they can be useful associates also. That is also the back of your mind. Now the question is, what will be your course of action and why? What institutional design, like an independent digital content authority, would ensure fair, accountable and gender just oversight? So you see how much effort and diligence and thought process we have put into framing these most probable case studies. I would be very happy if you try to attempt these within time frame of 14 to 15 minutes, and you can drop a photo, or in the comments box below you can drop it. Further, we have a Telegram channel, the IS Hub, and in the comments of the last post you can drop in the photo of your solved answer, and we'll be happy to review and get back to you. Okay, ये हो गया हमारा third case study. So first case study was from international relations and funding and corporate governance of NGOs. The second case study which we identified was on environmental ethics and you being the head of a major national importance project. And the third case study which can be asked in UPSC Mains 2025 is on social media ethics, linking it somehow with feminist ethics and also ethics in politics. Next, जैसे हमने देखा था, disaster management is a very important case study topic, and अभी 2 साल से आया भी नहीं है on disaster management. So disaster management can be asked this year. इसमें the heat waves are much in news. So I thought, why not link it with heat waves and then frame a case study. So the case study goes like, कहानी ये है case study की कि आप एक district medical officer है मराठवाड़ा में. It is May 2030. अभी की बात नहीं हो रही है, जब आप पोस्टिंग हो जाएगी तब की बात हो रही है, May 2030. So this is an unusually high dry season, extremely high dry season with high temperatures, delayed monsoons. ठीक है, तो region has reported cases of heat stress among women agricultural workers. तो यहाँ पे भी feminist ethics का angle आ गया थोड़ा सा. Many women faint in the fields. Symptoms later diagnosed as hyponatremia. Hyponatremia is a condition where your sodium levels fall. है ना, because of dehydration and low sodium intake. Despite your repeated reports, your political superiors show little urgency, dismissing this as an annual seasonal pattern, not warranting emergency resources. आपको रिसोर्स नहीं दे रहे हैं, लाइक वी टॉक्ड, ये हमेशा सिविल सर्वेंट को एक रिसोर्स कंस्ट्रेंट में काम करना होता है, वेयर इन द एथिक्स ऑफ ट्राइएज कम्स इनटू पिक्चर, दैट द रिसोर्सेज आर लिमिटेड. आप कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करोगे, या फिर आप मांगोगे तो आप कितना इफेक्टिवली आप परसुएड कर पा रहे हो, है ना. देयर इज वन सिलेबस टॉपिक आफ्टर एटीट्यूड व्हिच इज परसुएशन. As a civil servant, you have to be really persuasive. You have to be persuasive when it comes to crowd management. You have to be persuasive when it comes to persuading your seniors also, है ना. तो your request has been stuck. Partner NGOs में weak coordination, often limited to social media and workshops in urban blocks. This is your कहानी. Now there can be questions. There can be questions. आपके immediate क्या होंगे measures? How will you apply out of the box thinking? How will you apply frugal thinking? यहाँ पे आपको यही अप्लाई करना है, बिकॉज औरतें मर रही हैं, औरतें फेंट हो रही हैं, उनका सोडियम इंटेक लो हो रहा है, बट आपके जो सुपीरियर्स हैं वो उनको अर्जेंसी नहीं समझ पे आ रहा है अभी बात का. बट आपको, बिकॉज एज अ सिविल सर्वेंट यू पुट वैल्यूज ओवर वेल्थ एंड सोसाइटी ओवर सेल्फ, राइट. यू आर बोथ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर एंड अ पब्लिक सर्वेंट. You have to work in public interest, right? And as Kautilya had said, Prajam Sukha Sukham Raja. In the happiness of the subjects lies the happiness of the governing authority, right? So with that view in mind, what are the immediate low-cost interventions you can design to address women's health need without waiting for high-level budget approval? ऐसे पहले भी हुआ था. There is a, you must have read about Armstrong Pame, who constructed a people's road in Manipur because they were not getting government funding, so he tried to crowdsource funds, right, and build a road for the people. And then one cue you can take from here is ऐसा cases में, whether it is asked or not, disaster management में, right, whether it is asked or not, always try to divide your answer in the immediate term में आप क्या करोगे, देन आप मीडियम टर्म में क्या करोगे, देन आप लॉन्ग टर्म में क्या करोगे, राइट. तो इमीडिएट में आप you will make those arrangements, you will mobilize NGOs, try to mobilize resources, at the time issue advisories for women so that they remain hydrated. At the same time you can think of something in the medium term, जैसे कि लो सोडियम हो रहा है तो you can introduce in your district or in the village area, you can introduce high sodium rice, high sodium salt, iodine salt, right. You can mobilize NGOs and various partners. You can see if your district comes in the aspirational district program जिसमें health indicators होते हैं, वहां से you can seek resources. So as a civil servant you have to be very jugadu, very frugal, you have to be innovative, you have to do out of the box thinking, which is being judged in these case studies. Then the questions can be on how will you ethically motivate reluctant NGOs. यहाँ पे you can talk about our framework of logos, pathos, ethos. Logos, framework of logos, pathos, ethos, है ना, ये क्लास में पढ़ाया था. Do let me know in the comments box if you remember and if you understand what do we mean by each three of these, है ना. I'll give you a hint. One is कि आप थोड़े से लॉजिकल आर्ग्यूमेंट्स दोगे, उससे बात नहीं बनेगी, तो आप थोड़ा सा इमोशनल आर्ग्यूमेंट्स दोगे, उससे बात नहीं बनेगी, तो फिर यू विल ब्रिंग इन अ पर्सन विच हैज सम क्रेडिबिलिटी और ट्रस्ट. जैसे यू कैन इन्वॉल्व द लोकल सरपंच, यू कैन इन्वॉल्व द लोकल लीडर्स फॉर परसुएशन, ठीक है. एंड देन the third thing can be how will you communicate this crisis to media and higher authorities. Again a case study of persuasion. Next up we can have a case study in 2025 on the most hot topic of national security, which has been Operational Sindoor. So what UPSC can do is they can link national security and Operational Sindoor to the challenges posed during that time by social media and AI, because artificial intelligence, generated deep fakes and synthetic videos, right? Artificial intelligence generated deep fakes and synthetic videos are everywhere on the internet, right? And that is creating a challenge in information dissemination, leading to misinformation. आपको नहीं पता कौन सा वीडियो एकदम genuine है और कौन सा वीडियो can be a deep fake. So there can be definitely be one case study this year linking national security and the concerns posed by artificial intelligence and deep fakes. And then that can also, इसमें और थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स करने का मन करेगा यूपीएससी को, तो they can add a layer of balancing and educating the public, for example, and linking it to juvenile justice. For example, अब आजकल 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 साल के 16 साल के बच्चे, they are so competent with AI that they can generate some content without being wholly aware of the long-term implications. So similar is the case study का कहानी that we will see today. ये कहानी में ये छोटी सी केस स्टडी वी हैव मेड, इसमें कहानी क्या है? फॉलोइंग इंडियाज प्रिसीजन स्ट्राइक्स अंडर ऑपरेशन सिंदूर, a wave of AI generated misinformation flooded social media platforms. Deep fake apology videos, altered news clips, sensational narratives were rapidly spreading, and there were even bot networks, right, and anonymous users. So this can lead to, this misinformation, fake news can be sensitive, can lead to rising communal tensions. In that scenario, it can also be detrimental to national perception and national security as well, right? Amid this, the local police arrested a 15-year-old student who was running a popular social media page sharing AI-generated content, unknowingly spreading misinformation. His family claims he lacked intent and technical understanding of the implications. So civil society groups have also questioned the arrest of a minor under serious cybercrime charges. While political pressure is mounting कि आप have a demonstrative effect, demonstration करिए कि आप जो भी content creators ऐसा content create कर रहे हैं, you have strict action on them so that it creates a deterrence for the others. ठीक है? Now, what are you? You are the SP, responsible for maintaining law and order and ensuring just treatment for all. So as the SP, you have the responsibility of maintaining law and order as well as ensuring justice, right? ये है हमारी कहानी, ये आ सकता है हमारा केस स्टडी का कहानी कि ऑपरेशन सिंदूर हुआ है या फिर ऐसा ही कोई, दे माइट नॉट नेम स्पेसिफिकली बट दे कैन से एक नेशनल सिक्योरिटी डिफेंसिव ऑफेंसिव डिफेंस ऑपरेशन हुआ है, एंड देन पैरेलली दे आर मिसइंफॉर्मेशन स्प्रेडिंग, सेम टाइम पे you caught someone who was not doing it intentionally but it had long-term implications. So as the SP, what will you do? How will you handle the case of 15-year-old ethically and legally, right? So when we were studying the determinants of ethics, we studied about the OMICE framework, है ना? We studied determinants, क्या क्या होते हैं? OMICE, object, किसके ऊपर आप कोई एक्शन कर रहे हैं, देन व्हाट आर द मीन्स एम्प्लॉयड, व्हाट इज द इंटेंट, यहां पे इंटेंट खराब नहीं है उसका, व्हाट आर द सर्कमस्टांसेस, लेकिन सर्कमस्टांसेस बहुत खराब है ना, सर्कमस्टांसेस वारंट अ स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन फॉर नेशनल सिक्योरिटी, एंड देन द एंड्स और आउटकम. तो व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग द केस स्टडी, you can make a framework, you can make a small micro diagram of the analysis of the facts of the case, right? This is something which can be done. And then one more framework we studied, which was the triangle of necessity, proportionality and legality. ठीक है, कि आप जो एक्शन लोगे वो अगर आप देख लो कि 15-year-old है ना, एंड उसका इंटेंट खराब नहीं था, तो बिफोर हैविंग एनी क्रैकडाउन यू विल हैव दिस टेस्ट ऑफ नेसेसिटी, कितना नेसेसरी है मेरा ये एक्शन, ना. यू विल हैव द टेस्ट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी, दैट द पनिशमेंट शुड बी काइंड ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनल टू द क्राइम और द अनएथिकल एक्शन, एंड देन द लीगैलिटी ऑफ इट. definitely you are SP. So like we saw in the roles and responsibilities, if we go back to our matrix, we will see that you cannot order a preventive detention without magisterial orders. You will need orders and you are bound by CRPC, अभी भारतीय न्याय संहिता है, National Human Rights Commission advisories. So you have to be aware of all of those, and then even if as an aspirant you're not aware, you can write that okay, I will go back and see similar precedents कि पहले कोई ऐसा केस हुआ जिसमें unintentional harm by a juvenile, to what is the procedure, and I will follow that. ठीक है? And similarly, there can be a question: how will you handle the case? What are the immediate and medium-term steps to contain the viral misinformation campaign? How will you build public trust while maintaining order? And how will you equip your force to deal with such tech-enabled threats in the future? When we were seeing the good practices for the SP of police, we saw that it will be a good practice to have to arrange for regular trainings in the current age for the police personnel to help them deal with such emerging cyber threats. We have seen 5 most probable case studies till now. The next one can be on the next one can be on कि थोड़ा सा हमने अलग तरीके से फ्रेम किया है, because we are trying to show you different kinds of questions that can be there, different kinds of ways of framing the case study that can be there. तो पहले हमने देखा कि there can be standard 4-5 questions, उसमें आप just get directly to the questions. Then there can be certain case studies which have 1 or 2 questions within the paragraph itself. उसमें you will have scope to give certain, थोड़ी भूमिका बनाने का scope रहेगा उसमें. You write the stakeholders, ethical concerns, what will be your aim, and then you can get on to the question. Then you can have this kind of case studies जहाँ पे आपको पहले से ऑप्शन बता रखे हैं, and then आपको ऑप्शंस evaluate करने के लिए बोल रखा है. In that case, you need not think of the options. You can get directly to evaluating pros and cons of those options. Then the questions can be on immediate course of action, long-term course of action. Then the questions can be on the broader principles of the sector. For example, last year they asked about data ethics, drug ethics. In this our session, we saw they asked about the principles governing international relations, funding, ethics, the principles governing civil society leadership, right? So there can be different kinds of questions. In our ये हमने थोड़ी अलग तरीके से फ्रेम करी, बिकॉज ऐसे भी आ सकते हैं केस स्टडीज, राइट? पॉइंट फॉर्म में भी दे कैन गिव इन्फॉर्मेशन, दे कैन गिव यू आर फेसिंग दीज डायलेमास एंड क्वेश्चंस, है ना, एंड देन दे कैन पुट फॉरवर्ड दी, देन दे कैन कि आप ये डायलेमास फेस कर रहे हो, नाउ देयर आर द क्वेश्चंस, अब आप ये क्वेश्चंस आंसर कर दो. 3 लैंग्वेज फॉर्मूला में हमने क्या कहानी बनाई? That you are Secretary Education. You are overseeing the rollout of 3 language formula under NEP 2020. Too much in news, too much politicized of an issue, but you don't need to look into the politics of it. You need to, whenever you come across such a issue in current affairs, you need to think about the ethical implications of it, and you also need to put yourself in the shoes of you being a future administrator. कि अगर मैं सेक्रेटरी होता या फिर मैं डिस्ट्रिक्ट एजुकेशन ऑफिसर होता तो मैं कैसे इस केस को हैंडल कर सकता था. इट कैन ऑल्सो बी अ काइंड ऑफ मैनिफेस्टेशन, राइट? केस स्टडीज मतलब कि यू आर पुटिंग योर सेल्फ इन द शूज ऑफ द रोल दैट यू वांट लेटर ऑन इन लाइफ. दैट कैन ऑल्सो बी अ काइंड ऑफ मैनिफेस्टेशन, राइट? सो आप एजुकेशन सेक्रेटरी हैं, आप ओवरसी कर रहे हैं रोल आउट ऑफ 3 लैंग्वेज फॉर्मूला. इफ इट्स नॉट विजिबल आई जस्ट, ठीक है. एंड द डिस्ट्रिक्ट इज अ लिंग्विस्टिकली डाइवर्स डिस्ट्रिक्ट. यहाँ पे मराठी बोलने वाले लोग हैं, उर्दू बोलते हैं, हिंदी बोलते हैं, तेलुगु बोलते हैं, ट्राइबल लैंग्वेज भी बोलते हैं. टेंशन राइज हो रहे हैं. लोकल ग्रुप्स कह रहे हैं, लोकल ग्रुप्स अपनी लैंग्वेज को लेके वरिड है. टीचर्स वरिड है कि प्रेशर आ जाएगा, अनप्रिपेयर्ड है. अर्बन फैमिलीज बोल रहे हैं इंग्लिश पढ़ाओ कॉम्पिटिटिव कैरियर्स के लिए. पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स आर leveraging this issue for polarization. So now there are 2 ways. Some recommend कि there can be a statewide uniform model, and some people are saying that no, this could backfire in sensitive regions like this linguistically diverse district. So you are facing several dilemmas. क्या करें क्या ना करें, है ना? Do you standardize the model for consistency to allow flexibility? How do you balance national integration with cultural rights? How can you support teachers and win public trust? थोड़ा सा आपका brainstorming यहाँ से चालू कर दिया है in the question, and then they can ask questions on what is the most ethical and effective way to implement in this respect, है ना? So you will write, यहाँ से आप start करिए, then you can think of what will be the most ethical and effective way, which will be via, you can say, a golden mean approach of Aristotle, right? It will be keeping in mind the ethical relativism, the cultural relativism of the people. When we studied about dimensions of ethics, we saw that there can be descriptive ethics, there can be prescriptive ethics. तो descriptive में हम क्या करते हैं, हम ये नहीं कहते कि ऐसा होना चाहिए कि सबको 3 language formula apply करना चाहिए. We will try to see, we will try to observe what is there on the ground with zero judgment. And when we do that, we find that language is an intrinsic part of the personality, of their identity. So therefore, we can apply ethical relativism, not ethical absolutism, right? Not universally. Universally, we should not apply or impose anything on the people. We should understand their relative cultural values, their relative cultural ethics, right? So there you have to apply the principle of golden mean. कि एक एक्सट्रीम ये हो गया कि आप बिल्कुल 3 लैंग्वेज फॉर्मूला एकदम यूनिफॉर्मली अप्लाई कर दीजिए, एक प्रिंसिपल ये हो गया कि आप बिल्कुल शन कर दीजिए 3 लैंग्वेज फॉर्मूला को. आप डोंट थिंक अबाउट नेशनल इंटीग्रेशन, कीप इन माइंड द इंडिविजुअल आइडेंटिटी एंड देयर लैंग्वेज प्रेफरेंसेस, बट यू हैव टू फाइंड द गोल्डन मीन, यू हैव टू फाइंड द बैलेंस. आपको बैलेंस करना है नेशनल इंटीग्रेशन गोल्स विद कल्चरल राइट्स, राइट? How would you address the concerns of linguistic minorities? Like, so you have to, जो भी हमारे stakeholders थे इस पूरा केस स्टडी में, जो कि यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है सब, आप इनके concerns कैसे address करेंगे? That is something that you have to write. Next question is, what principles will guide your decision? Now you have to scan through all the notes that you've studied, all the thinkers that you've studied, to arrive at what principles will guide your final decision, right? You can think about the Aristotle's golden mean, yes, definitely. Then you can say Gandhi's talisman, that you think about each and every person. You can say Kant's categorical imperative, right? Human dignity is utmost. Then you can see Bentham's utilitarianism, that greatest happiness of greatest number is also important, right? Then you can say Mill का harm principle, कि जब तक किसी को harm नहीं हो रहा है तब तक के we can have certain principles in place. Then you can also think about Rawls' veil of ignorance. What would I do if I were in this situation, right? So Rawls' ka veil of ignorance is, you do not know exactly about which language speaker you are, but you want that, okay, this can be the formula which will be good for all. So 3 language formula is a formula which can be good for all. You get to read English, you get to read one national language and one regional language. So applying Rawls' veil of ignorance, you can arrive at a way of having procedural justice and way forward in this situation, right? Then you can talk about some mythological example from India. You can say Krishna ka Niti versus Nyay, right? कि आप नीति जो आपका प्रोसीजर है ऑफ अप्लाइंग 3 लैंग्वेज फॉर्मूला, उसको तो आप फॉलो कर सकते हैं, बट इट हैव टू बी अप्लाइड विद न्याय इन अ मैनर दैट एवरीवन फील्स दैट जस्टिस हैज बीन डन विद देम. तो ये हो गया आपका नेक्स्ट केस स्टडी, which can be a probable question in your UPSC mains 2025. क्या एक हम बोनस देख लेते हैं, which I thought we should do linking to current affairs, is on the topic of very sad incident that happened of Air India crash. So it is mostly upon this PDF will be in the description box below. So you can read this kahani. You are already aware about the case. So it is about passenger plane crash hua, and there have been different preliminary studies and investigation. जिसमें किसी में बोल रहे हैं the pilots are at fault, किसी में बोल रहे हैं the plane was outdated, right? And then the pilots association भी protest कर रहा है. Families are alleging that investigation is being opaque. DCGA, Director General of Civil Aviation, they have called for inspections. लेकिन जो रेगुलेटर्स हैं वो ये कह रहे हैं कि इमीडिएट कॉकपिट का हम रीडिजाइनिंग नहीं कर सकते हैं. Now you are the investigation officer. You must liaise among families. Liaise मतलब कि you have to communicate and coordinate between families, local government, airline, regulators and media. And so there are conflicting demands of accountability, safety, compassion, reputation management, and hence there is a delicate environment. As we know that ethical dilemmas are only when you have to choose between right versus right, right? क्या ज्यादा सही होगा और क्या कम सही होगा? There is where in an ethical dilemma is created. There is where you have difficulty in choosing what can be the right path, right? So, what steps would you take to balance transparency, regulatory oversight, and compensation? And then a very important point, मतलब पूरी जनता, मतलब जनता जानना चाहती है, वैसा क्वेश्चन है. नेशन wants to know, वैसा ये क्वेश्चन है कि most accident reports in the past have been a compilation of facts, mostly detailing what happened rather than the why it happened and how can it be prevented in the future, right? Whenever there is an accident, there are reports and there are certain episodic measures, right? Whenever there is a flood, waterlogging, electrocution, deaths, so there are episodic measures which are taken, but detailed report to totally not let it happen at any cost in the future is not done. So similar is the question here. So you can give your insights to make investigation more acceptable and reliable. So these are the 7 most probable case studies for UPSC Mains 2025. These 7 case studies, let's revise once. So one is on the Air India crash and more on the investigation and the lessons from it and for the public safety. उसके पहले था on a very trending topic of 3 language formula and also on the new education policy, as it is one of the syllabus topics also, role of education. And then on NEP, new education policy, previous years maybe, I think 2020 or 2021 mein, there was a question. So this can be one of the probable topics. Where we saw on national security, technology ethics and juvenile justice. जहाँ पे as an SP, you have to create a balance between justice, compassion, duty towards different sections of society, at the same time maintaining law and order for the greater national security. Then एक हमने disaster management का case study देखा, जहाँ पे we are linking disaster management in the future with women rights as well as medical ethics. फिर हमने देखा social media का case wherein the content creators are crossing a line and there is a need for regulation as well as value education for viewers, for parents, children to have their discretion in this information age. जिसमें you assume the role of a minister and you yourself do enjoy stand-up comedy, but at the same time you have responsibility towards public. उसके पहले we had seen case study on construction project, you as a project manager, and you have to balance environmental and development concerns, keeping in mind the national development goal for energy. And firstly, we had seen case study on USAID controversy, the issues in ethical relations and funding. So when you come across a similar case study, do remember the keywords that you have seen, that you have prepared. Prepare some mottos, some good Sanskrit shlokas. 3-4 श्लोकास हमने क्लास में बात किया, प्रजम सुखा सुखम राजा, प्रकृति रक्षति रक्षिता, right? So prepare some shlokas for ready conclusions, for catchy conclusions and catchy intros, right? And if you do solve all these case studies and share with me in the comments box or over the Telegram channel, I will be very happy to review and provide a feedback. Additionally, if you want me to solve in detail each of these case studies or any one or two of these case studies, do let me know in the comments box. And thirdly, when you see these case studies in the examination from these topics, they ask very near conflicting terms, है ना, जैसे आप देख सकते हो discrimination and preferential treatment, ethical management and management of ethics, है ना. First of all, when you are sitting in the exam, 7 minutes के अंदर क्वेश्चन देखना, 4 डिफरेंसेस लिखना, एंड देन आप एक या दो पॉइंट तो लिख दो. It is a very difficult competition. You need to write more points to differentiate. वो लिखना, फिर अगर आप वो लिख रहे हो तो सोचने में आपका जो टाइम जाएगा, it might take 10, 12, 13 minutes. बाकी क्वेश्चन पे कॉम्प्रोमाइज होगा. Which is why I thought it's very important to have a template for differentiation kind of questions. तो यूपीएससी ने very smartly बहुत ही close values का क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है, but our template is me clear. ठीक है? When it comes to ethics terms, me clear. It's not like I am confused between these two terms. Me clear. अब इससे हम इसको we'll break down further. M से meaning definition, right? And then to differentiate, we'll try to think of some moral thinker related to it. से ethics का है, एक बाइबल का कोट लिख दिया. लॉ है तो हॉब्स लिख दिया. डिस्क्रिमिनेशन एंड प्रेफरेंशियल ट्रीटमेंट है, डिस्क्रिमिनेशन में अंबेडकर लिख दिया. प्रेफरेंशियल ट्रीटमेंट में जस्टिस की बात है तो रॉल्स लिख दिया, है ना. तो डेफिनेशन के बाद ही देयर इज सच अ वैल्यू एडिंग पॉइंट इन योर आंसर. इंस्टेंटली अगर आपको एग्जामिनर इज गिविंग 3 marks, he will give 4 marks. Try to think of a moral thinker or philosophy. It may be Jainism, Buddhism, Hinduism, right? Materialism है तो वो लिख दिया आपकी. कौन सी है materialism वाली philosophy? चारवाक. चारवाक. Then from E we'll think of an example. Simple है ना. From C, what we can think of is concept. कि concept जो है वो subjective है या objective है, minimalistic है या maximalistic है. जैसे code of ethics is maximalistic. It covers broad area. Code of conduct is narrowed down. So we'll say it is minimalistic. Got it? So C say we'll say even if, and always when it's a differentiation question, always make 3 columns. Whether it be GS 1, 2, 3 or 4, make 3 columns. डिफरेंस एक लिख रहे हो आप, यहाँ पे आपने मान लीजिए ये नहीं लिखा है मैंने, यहाँ पे आपने 2 पॉइंट्स लिख दिए. इट्स डिफिकल्ट फॉर द एग्जामिनर टू गेज कि आपने क्या लिखा है, पढ़ना पड़ेगा. ऑन द अदर हैंड, इफ यू रिटन द पैरामीटर ऑन द साइड, इट विल गिव अ वेरी गुड इंप्रेशन दैट ओके within 7 minutes you can think of parameters also. और ये पहले से प्रिपेयर्ड है. दिस मेक्स योर जॉब इजियर इन द एग्जाम. तो एक बार हम कॉन्सेप्ट लिखेंगे एंड देन हाउ कैन इट बी चेंज्ड. हाउ कैन इट बी changed. Ethics में it's always about development, you know, broadening your horizon of mind, development of ethical values, change of attitude, development of emotional intelligence. So it is very nice to write, okay, if there is a certain aspect, how can it be changed? So ethics will be changed by value education and culture. Culture से form होगा ethics, and then law can be changed by amendment and also social movements. It is said that laws are formed by a conflict of morals and ethics. Rajaram Mohan Roy, his morals were of gender equality and protecting human lives. He saw his bhabhi give her life in sati. But at that time, it was the societal ethics that the women have to sacrifice her life. There was a conflict, then a social movement, and then the law was born, right? So laws can be changed by consequences. Violation of ethics leads to guilt. Violation of law leads to punishment. Me clear में then you can think of other points also, level, subconscious level or conscious level. क्या ये इंडिविजुअल ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल लेवल पे हो रहा है या फिर ये गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशनल लेवल पे हो रहा है? गुड पॉइंट्स है ना. देन इन्फोर्समेंट, इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल. इट कैन बी अ मॉरल कंपास, it can be the voice of conscience, or it can be external by regulatory bodies, courts, police and so on. Next, A say applies to application or scope. This is point generation. Concept आपका यहीं पे clear हो गया होगा, है ना. आगे it's point generation. Applies to or scope varies from society to universal ethics. Scope can be applicable in a jurisdiction. Law is applicable in a jurisdiction. R is relation with thought and behavior. In a lot of questions, it can be relation with thought and behavior. And you know, while writing differentiation, it's not essential to write that आपको एकदम concrete point आ रहा हो, ठीक है? So you can also write relation to thought and behavior में you can write it is mainly, you know, mainly internal and a direct relationship, है ना? Laws में you can write maybe direct or indirect relationship. ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो. दैट्स अ गुड वैलिड पॉइंट. जुगाड़ वाली बात बता रहे है ना. इसमें यू कैन राइट लेवल पे, यू कैन राइट मे बी इंडिविजुअल और सोसाइटल. यहाँ पे यू कैन राइट मेनली एट गवर्नमेंट लेवल, मेनली एट सोसाइटल लेवल. दैट्स ऑल्सो अ गुड डिफरेंशिएशन पॉइंट. एंड दिस फॉर डिफरेंशिएशन इज एप्लीकेबल अक्रॉस GS 1 2 3 4. राइट, यू शुड नो, जस्ट यू शुड हैव एन आइडिया कि अच्छा ऐसे ऐसे पॉइंट्स हम लोग जनरेट कर सकते हैं. सो दिस इज मी क्लियर. ऑल्सो जैसे इस क्वेश्चन में 4 पॉइंट पूछे गए हैं, सो अगेन नीड नॉट राइट ऑल दी पॉइंट्स इन वन आंसर. यू राइट, ये तो मीनिंग तो रहेगा ही. थिंकर ट्राई टू इनकलकेट एग्जाम्पल, एंड अगर आपको कोई और भी एथिकल थीम आ रही हो रिलेटेड, देन ट्राई टू इनकलकेट एंड देन 2 or 3 ऑफ दीज पॉइंट्स. राइट, सो दोज आर राइटिंग मेंस दिस ईयर. ये टेम्पलेट व्हेन यू एंटर द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल, then if you get the paper, you get the copy 5 minutes earlier, then पीछे फटाक से ये टेम्पलेट लिख लिया, है ना. मी क्लियर लिख लिया, प्रैक्टिस आपने किया हुआ है तो आपको माइंड में फिट हो जाएगा. सी से अच्छा चेंज, कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, कॉन्सेप्ट, है ना. एल से लेवल ऑफ इन्फोर्स लेवल, ई से इन्फोर्समेंट. तो व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग द आंसर, अगर माइंड ब्लैंक जा रहा है, देन पीछे पलटा फटाफट पॉइंट्स लिख देगा. If you dedicate 2 to 3 minutes to writing these templates feature and some certain your value keywords, then it will be a multiplying factor for marks in your examination. Yes. And this template was particularly for the A option or for all of them? For every differentiation question. And how did you relate the option B? We will see. Ethical management. We will see. No, same template. And apart from differentiation, similarities भी हो सकती है. Similarities भी हो सकती है. Yeah, you're right. Very good point. In fact, when we conclude a differentiation question, जैसे इसमें 4 points है, need not conclude in everything. But when we conclude, we try to bring out some कि अच्छा ठीक है, अगर code of ethics and code of conduct है, so we can write they are complementary and both are essential, right? And अगर जैसे ethics and law है, then you can conclude with ethics and law have different domains, however both complement ethical conduct in the society. या फिर you can also write, this we talk that ethics are shaped by laws and laws are shaped by the ethical norms in the society. Right? Very good point. Now sir was asking about this ethical management and management of ethics. Same template. कितना भी difficult question पूछा हो, we will say me clear. Okay, I am not confused. Me clear. Ethical management, management of ethics. Very difficult question. Very difficult to generate points. एक point के बाद में मतलब खुद ही confuse हो जाओगे लिखते लिखते. But if you have a template and parameters, then you will, while writing only, you will gain clarity. पहले आप meaning लिख दीजिए, पहली चीज समझ में आती है. Ethical management will be making decisions based on ethics. मतलब अगर मान लीजिए IAS सबका management है, so if they are making decisions based on ethics, it will be a ethical management. Management of ethics will be if they are in the business of management of ethics, मतलब if they are in the business of laying down procedures, if they are laying down ethical codes, then that will be management of ethics. ठीक है, इतना clear हो गया? Then think of a moral thinker. Difficult to think, but still try. Corporate governance से कोई thinker पूछ लेना. Corporate governance, अगर आप when you read the content, you'll get many thinkers. So Peter Drucker is there. He will say management of doing things right, or you can say there is always time to do it right. You know, these are very good concluding lines for case studies also. नीचे मतलब टाइम नहीं बचा है. केस स्टडी है कि आपको ये प्रोजेक्ट जल्दी खत्म करना है, उधर पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर आ रहा है, इलेक्शन आने वाला है, और यू आर मे बी यू आर अ चीफ इंजीनियर एंड यू हैव टू कंप्लीट इट. इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर चिल्ड्रंस एजुकेशन. एंड में लिखो देयर इज ऑलवेज टाइम टू डू इट राइट, राइट, और द टाइम इज ऑलवेज राइट टू डू इट राइट. नीचे एक लाइन लिख दिया, 100 बात की एक बार, राइट. Then for management of ethics, Rawls, you can write Rawls ने universal principle of justice के लिए बोला था कि we should have universal principles, universal ethical management type of codes, ताकि long term systemic processes हो सके. ठीक है, 100 points. An example, एक example Infosys का इसमें दे दिया, एक example टाटा ग्रुप का इसमें दे दिया. कॉन्सेप्ट अगर आ रहा है कुछ पॉइंट तो यू कैन राइट, अदरवाइज इट्स ओके टू लीव 1 or 2 पॉइंट. सारे नहीं लिखने, 4-5 पॉइंट लिखने ना. अदरवाइज इन कॉन्सेप्ट यू कुड हैव रिटन इट इज मिनिमलिस्टिक, मैक्सिमलिस्टिक लिख सकते थे इसमें. एथिकल मैनेजमेंट विल बी थोड़ा सा मिनिमलिस्टिक, थोड़ा सा मिनिमलिस्टिक, फोकस्ड ऑन अ पर्टिकुलर सिनेरियो, है ना, इन अ पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. एंड देन मैनेजमेंट ऑफ एथिक्स कैन बी थोड़ा सा मैक्सिमलिस्टिक. इट इज द स्काई इज द लिमिट, है ना. कितना भी एंटी ब्राइबरी, कितना भी अलग अलग चीजों के लिए कोड डिफाइन कर दो, कस्टमर एंगेजमेंट के लिए आप कोड डिफाइन कर दो, देन आपके जो मार्केटिंग कॉल्स आती है उसके लिए आप कोड डिफाइन कर दो. अभी एयरटेल ने स्टार्ट किया, दे आर स्टार्टिंग अ प्रोजेक्ट, ये जो स्पैम कॉल्स आती है इनको कंज्यूमर्स कैसे टैकल करें. दे हैव स्टार्टेड अ टेलीकॉम एथिक्स काइंड ऑफ अ प्रोग्राम फॉर दैट, राइट. सो यू कैन राइट दिस मिनिमलिस्टिक, मैक्सिमलिस्टिक. हाउ you can write it as utilitarian, that you know, greatest happiness or greatest number while thinking about your own good. Then change by leadership or commitment, change by corporate governance codes. It requires broader level codes. ये this will be in an organization, this will be kind of थोड़ा सा एक 3-4 ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कमिटी बने, है ना, नोलन कमिटी बना था जैसे. यानी आपका फिक्की है, एसोचैम है, ये सब जो एसोसिएशंस है, ये मिलके कोड डिसाइड करें दैट ओके, मैनेजमेंट ऑफ एथिक्स, वी विल मैनेज कॉर्पोरेट एथिक्स, राइट. देन लेवल मे बी एट डिपार्टमेंटल लेवल, मे बी एट ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल लेवल. बन गए पॉइंट. अगेन सारे बनाने का जरूरत नहीं है, बट फिर यू कैन मेक. हाँ, नैरो कॉन्सेप्ट, ब्रॉडर कॉन्सेप्ट. यू कैन ऑल्सो राइट, जैसे हमने यहाँ पे लिखा है ना, मे बी एट डिपार्टमेंटल लेवल और टीम लेवल. You can write maybe at organizational or national level. Then enforcement will be via notification. एक organization में करें ना, जैसे sir है, MK sir, he will give a notification, for he is giving an ethical management to us, so he will give the notification that okay, class में जूते पहन के आना allowed नहीं, ठीक है. He will give a notification, and this will be mainly by consensus. 3-4 coaching institutes, management of ethics, they will form a committee, they will be coming at a consensus. So if you have this kind of a template in mind, then 1-2 पॉइंट के बाद में अपने आप पॉइंट जनरेट होने चालू. ठीक है, अच्छी लगी? मी क्लियर, एग्जाम ऑल्सो क्लियर. So that question was a bit shorter one, है ना. 1 question 4 differentiation, 3 point.
पूरे 10 मार्क्स भी आते हैं डिफरेंशिएशन के, है ना, कोड ऑफ एथिक्स, कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट, मेनली इस टाइप के, डिफरेंशिएटिंग बिटवीन टू वैल्यूज, है ना, वैसे भी क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं. इन ऑल ऑफ दैट वी कैन अप्लाई दिस टेम्पलेट. नाउ व्हेन यू गो बैक होम, try to bring up the differentiation questions. 6-7 questions में if you apply it, it will be all clear, right? So then you will be able to write differentiation of any question 7-8 points along with parameters, quality points in 3 to 4 minutes. Cool? Code of ethics का देख लीजिए, मीनिंग लिख दिया पहले, एन एग्जाम्पल लिख दिया, कॉन्सेप्ट लिख दिया, फिलोसफिकल, प्रैक्टिकल, ये भी आ सकता है in a concept. What is philosophical and what is practical? Concept can be positive, negative, positive concept, negative concept. जैसे discrimination and preferential treatment था. Discrimination is a negative concept, है ना? ये क्वेश्चन था ना? This one, differentiation is a negative concept. Preferential treatment is a positive concept. ठीक है? Then how to change it? Consequences, enforcement, applicable to, relation with thought and behavior, and then conclusion. So इसमें जैसे it is a entire 10 marker. In the conclusion we will write code of ethics guides moral principles, while code of conduct sets do's and don'ts. Thereby both ensure integrity, accountability, probity, and governance. Syllabus का जो terms है ना, 2-3 keywords लिख दो. ठीक है?
Solve it very, very well. I wish you all the very best and you can thank me later.